new fields and a few that we've released over the last week or so.
Can do. Well, welcome. Thanks for everybody who's coming out here this afternoon to this 2016 Drake Relays presented by Hy-Vee press announcement. As of 9 o'clock a.m. this morning, it marked the beginning of all session tickets going on sale for the 2016 Drake Relays presented by Hy-Vee. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. I'll tell you why. A few things that I want to make sure that I announce today, but also want to review in terms of expectations for this year's Drake Relays. Reason why it's a big deal to get tickets right now is because of the matchup that's going to happen once again between two of the most prolific 400-meter runners in the world. Very seldom does Karani James and LaShawn Merritt agree to show up at the same place, same time, and run to the finish. These are two guys who, throughout the world, they're being sorted to line up head-to-head. And for 3 years running now, we're going to have the great fortune of having LaShawn Merritt, ranked number 2 in the world last year, Karani James, ranked number 3 in the world, Lugulan Santos, ranked number 4 in the world, come back to the Blue Oval and line up. This is an Olympic year, very hard for those athletes to choose to come and to line up, which is considered an early time of the year in April, but they're coming. They're not going to be by themselves. The number 8, number 9, and number 10 in the world will also be in that 400-meter race. So a good time to get tickets now. Also, in terms of reason why single session tickets are important, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, is the fact that we've already made some announcements in terms of some great events that our fans can anticipate. We're going to do something a little new with some field events. I want to make sure that I kind of unfold a little bit of format that's different with the field events. We're going to leap for the loot, and athletes are going to throw for the dough. It's no secret that we provide a pretty good purse for these elite world-class athletes to compete. But we're going to do something different in the field events. For the long jump and the triple jump, they're going to have the leap for the loot. Literally, for every jump, the individual that jumps the farthest is going to win money. Whoever jumps the farthest for each round is going to win money. They're going to have the leap for the loot. So in the first round of a long jump, if the best athlete in the event fouls, doesn't have his or her best jump, and a challenger jumps farther, that person wins the money. So each jump. Same thing with the shot put. They're going to have to throw for the dough. Every round is going to be awarded a purse, a bonus for the athlete that throws the shot put the farthest. And I'm excited that in the shot put, we have a tremendous field in the women's shot. Typically, going back to the Christian Cantwell days, we would have tremendous competition with the men, and the women were not here in the shot. This year, we thought we'd shine the light on the shot put. Why? We have one of the best shot putters in the world. Michelle Carter ranked number 3 in the world last year. She just became the world champion just this past weekend in Portland, Oregon, as she won that event. She will be challenged in the shot put by number 4 and number 7 in the world. It's just going to be a tremendous event. That's an event that's contested on the southwest corner of our stadium. It's one that is highly received by our fans, and should be a lot of fun. So they're going to throw for the dough. Another reason why today, as single session tickets have gone on sale, why it's a big deal, want to make sure that our fans know that the beloved Lolo Jones has committed to come back to the Drake Relays. She is committed in the open event. And I should tell you a little bit about this open event. I think, as a director of the Relays, I think this potentially is the best field ever assembled for the open 100-meter hurdles for the Drake Relays. I'm excited for Lolo, but I'm also understanding that it took a lot for her to agree to come back home in an Olympic year and to line up against this tremendous field. Number 1 in the world, Dawn Harper-Nelson, will be lining up in the open hurdle race for the women. The number 3 in the world, Jasmine Stowers, who just amazed us last year when she ran extremely fast last year here at the Drake Relays. Brianna Rollins, number 4 in the world. Tiffany Porter, number 5 in the world. Queen Harrison, number 6 in the world. Kendra Harrison, number 8 in the world. So if you're counting, that's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 in the world. And oh yeah, Lolo Jones. She'll be right next to them all. Should be a fun race. Is one where she would have to really be in a good place fitness-wise, and she wouldn't have agreed to come if she wasn't fit. I'm excited. I'm not prepared to talk about it right now, but there will be a little bit of a twist to the shuttle hurdle. The shuttle hurdle will be a big-time contested event, but we can provide a little bit of a twist for that this year. More to come on that. But I'm excited for Lolo. She is, as many of you know, maybe going for her third team as an Olympian. Lolo has had tremendous success. Who knows how long she'll compete? She could go another 4 years, but it could be that this could be her last time around for an Olympic team. So we just want to get her off to a great start here in Des Moines, and I think if you have nothing else to do, I would make plans to get your single session tickets now. It's a good chance that on that Saturday when this event is contested, that we'll sell out once again. Plenty tickets available. Also want to mention a few more things in terms of the Drake Relays and the opportunity for the Drake Relays to run as an event on clean energy. It is a big deal for us at the Drake Relays and at Drake University that this event is going to be a clean energy event. We're so proud of our partnerships throughout the community. In particular, in this case, Mid-American has continued to get clean certificates for renewable energy that they've been able to use to power the Drake Relay. So all of the emissions, all of the carbon footprint that typically is used for the running of the Drake Relays, the renewable energy certificates are going to be able to offset that. And so this event will be ran as a clean energy event. Really important. New to our fans and for our fans, we have a Drake Relays app that is newly created. We put a lot of hard work in it. A lot of people put some considerable time in the event creation of this particular app. It's going to be available. It's available now. If you go to your Google store or your Apple store, however you search your apps and search Drake Relays, you'll be able to download it for free. Great information on it. There's great opportunity to customize your own schedule to get information that typically is not readily available. If you also don't want to search your Google store or Apple store, just go to the Drake Relays website, and there'll be a link there where you can also download the app. So we're proud of that. On that app is going to be the heat sheets that typically is hard to come by throughout the stadium. We will have our program still available, but those heat sheets will be available on the app as well as live results. So today is just a great time to get your tickets. As of 9 a.m., single session tickets have gone on sale, and it's a great opportunity to prepare to be a part of the 2016 Drake Relays presented by Hy-Vee. Any questions?
What does Lolo, you talk about training, as a former athlete yourself, explain how early in the season is this?
Well, the athletes are typically creatures of habit. So whatever has worked for them in the past, they try to duplicate. And what has happened over the last 3 to 4 years is many athletes forego the indoor season, and they begin their outdoor season or their competitive season outdoors here at the Drake Relays. So rather than competing in January, rather than trying to do a double periodization where they peak in March and then again in August, a lot of them use one periodization. They start in April and then they end whenever the championship event is. So it's a big deal because now athletes are a little antsy. They want to test their training. They want to kind of blow it out more or less and then see where they need to go the rest of the season. Right after the Drake Relays, there are many other competitive events. Doha, there's going to be some Diamond Leagues, but this is an event that many of the athletes, agents, and coaches feel has the same significance of a Diamond League because of the competitive nature of the event. So really excited about what we've been able to do, largely in part to presenting sponsor Hy-Vee, largely in part to our fans who continue to make the Drake Relays a great success. So athletes who choose to come, they already know the competitive nature of these events. Besides, the purse has been a big draw.
How much of a year-to-year is it with Lolo, based on age and the Olympics being for her? I mean, could be the last time, or maybe next year, or how How much of a year-to-year is it? For Lolo?
Yeah, I think that as you get older, speaking from prior experience, your body tends to be the judge of that. Your mind always wants to go longer, but your body always really tells really the story. For Lolo, sometimes it's mind over matter. No matter how she feels this year, it's an Olympic year, and she's going to be ready. I think most of all, for athletes who are aging, it's a matter of quality versus quantity. And so they pick and choose which events that are going to be competitive in. And again, I think it's a big, big deal as we've been working on the confirmation of Lolo Jones coming back to Des Moines on the Blue Oval to line up with what arguably the best field that has ever been assembled here at the Drake Relays to come into lineup. So it's a big deal. I'm rooting for her. I know she's going to have her hands full, and I wish her the best.
Did it take any convincing on your end, or was she all about it? Because I know, obviously, like you said, she has a lot going on.
It's always, in terms of getting Lolo to confirm, it always takes some convincing. But there's a team of people that is involved, along with her agent, along with her coach. And along the way, I'm always the constant. The coach is always really, the coach and Lolo is always the last decision makers. The agent, he's kind of on my side. He wants her to come too. I mean, there's a little benefit for him if she does. So I think overall, having that kind of layered approach typically works. Obviously, between now and the last weekend in April, Lolo will have to maintain her fitness. There's a bigger prize in August than the Drake Relays. But if the Drake Relays can be a part of that kickoff, then she'll come and she'll really test her mantle and see where she is in preparation for Rio.
What is the purse? You say throw for the dough. What is the purse?
So each jump, there's 6 jumps because there's only going to be 8 to 9 competitors. Each jump, long jump, triple jump, and the shot put, each throw, there'll be $1,500 for each round. So $9,000 available, but there'll also be a first, second, third placing of $3,000, $2,000, and $1,000. So that's $15,000 in the purse, but one individual can win $12,000 of that if he or she is dominant in throwing the furthest or jumping the farthest.
$15,000 for each shot and the jump.
Correct. Okay. Yep. For each one, that's the purse. The track, the purse is $35,000. So first place is $20,000. Second place is 10, and 5 for third. Okay.
Pole vault in the mall.
Yes, sir.
You were in a grocery store. Any of that happening this year?
Yeah, we're going to be in Capitol Square. Capitol Square will be home for the pole vault. It's an interesting location because they've made some changes to the atrium and the foyer. It wasn't available in the way it is now some 2-3 years ago. Now with the removal of the water fountain in there and moving some of the tree base, the foyer is open and we can definitely pole vault. It's going to be a pretty cool event. It has that second level viewing. I think it might be a keeper. The mall will come available next year. We'll see how this year goes. It's a pretty special place, and it's downtown, which has the advantages too, and excited about that event as well on Wednesday, April 27th.
When you look at who you've got coming so far, does one athlete or one group of athletes jump off the page to you right now?
Yeah, I think right now the event that continues to really be the draw of the two that I highlighted the most today. There are so many others, but to LaShawn and Karani, you talk about some convincing. It's a big deal for those guys. Meet directors, meet promoters across the globe want them to line up. And when they choose to come here, it says something about Des Moines, says something about the Drake Relays when those two get together. And then, with Lolo, it's that more intriguing. But even without Lolo Jones and the 100-meter hurdles, you don't want to miss it. It's a special event when you think of number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, whatever numbers are. But I think that many of our events, the 400, the 100 hurdles, the 110 hurdles, across the board, we have those kinds of scenarios being set. I challenge our fans. I challenge this community who's going to plan to show up in Drake Stadium to pay attention to those numbers and rankings. They will be the best in the world. Many of the Diamond League events across the globe won't have as good of a field as we've assembled here at Drake Stadium. So it's a special thing for them to come, and I think it's really special for us to have them. Anyone else?
Any other local tie-ins that you know of
Yes.
so far that are coming back?
There's a few more things that we're going to be announcing here shortly. I got to get a few more confirmations to make sure the field is set. Once I do that, there's a few local ties that we'll be able to, our fans will be able to have a direct connection to in terms of their coming from Iowa, having success nationally, having success internationally, and I think it'll be to an additional draw, much like Lolo.
Anything else?
Thank you. Appreciate you coming out. I'll be available if you have additional questions.
Right.